What is going on with you, YouTube? This is Regular Dave coming at you with another video. All right, man, Madden 16, let's get into it. For all intents and purposes, this game has been released. I know the street date hasn't hit yet, but so many people had this game. You have the EA Access people. I think they're allowed to play up to 10 hours of Madden 16. You have the game changers have the game. You have the people who just have relationships with EA Sports have this game. You have the Ronku people who have this game. Everybody seems to have this game except Regular Dave. All right, man, so I have so many hours of footage on my hard drive, and I have been able to play it at E3, so I do think I'm qualified to at least talk about what I've seen from the footage and what I got to play. All right, before we get into the meat of this video, I do need to say, if you're brand new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. If you like that Madden coverage, it will be rolling out. Also, don't forget to pound that like button. It helps me out a great deal. And get active in the comments, man. My comments have been a graveyard lately. I need y'all to get active in the comments. All right, man, let's get into it. The aggressive catch, is it overpowered? This has been the first debate on Madden. It's been a pretty big one. Whether or not pressing Y when the ball's in the air is overpowered and things happen that are not supposed to happen in football. Let's talk about it. All right, let me just go out and say this. Passing in football in real life is overpowered. They've set the rules up where you can't do anything to break the ball up. You can't separate the ball from the receiver and everything else. So that in itself is overpowered. So video game discussion, whether passing is overpowered, is a little difficult to have. Now, all you can ask is the frequency at which certain things happen. Do they happen too much? Let's talk about it. Let's look at this play I just showed you. One of the things I'm noticing from sifting through hours and hours of footage in Madden 16 is you get a lot of simultaneous receptions with the aggressive catch, where it looks like the defensive back had rights to the ball and the wide receiver. They both get their hands on it, but it seems like more times than not, the wide receiver comes away with the ball. Now, this does happen in real life. We've all seen the defensive back and the wide receiver catch the ball at the same time. The problem I have so far with the footage I've watched, and I've watched quite a bit, is the frequency at which it happens. It seems like a lot of times when the ball's up for grabs, there's a simultaneous possession. And pressing that Y button, that aggressive catch, looks like it pays off. As you can see in this footage, he gets to grab the ball. Now, does this look fake? No, it doesn't. This could completely happen. How often it happens does seem to be a problem, in my opinion. I do think it happens too much. The developers don't, but I do think that this scenario plays out way too many times in Madden. All right, man, let's get into the biggest part of the debate, and this is where I think the true debate and difference in opinion among sides lie. The people who say the aggressive catch is not overpowered, because what happens is it happens when the receiver is in position to catch the ball, so it can't be overpowered because the receiver was in position to catch it and the cornerback or safety is out of position. Here's my argument with that. I think the reason why the wide receiver ends up in position is because the animations that the Y button triggers. There's these crazy animations that actually put you in position where it looks like the defensive back is out of position. Once you press that Y button, man, some crazy. And here we go. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. They're both going. They're both looking back. This looks good. There's nothing bad about this. But the wide receiver always seems to make this crazy grab that puts him in position. The animation itself kind of pulls the wool over your eyes and say, okay, well, that's what had to happen because the wide receiver was in position. But by pressing a button, it's almost like a catch-22, because that's how the wide receiver got in position. The positioning is not organic. It's done by the animation, and the animations, some of these animations, you literally just cannot stop. There are the rare occasions where the guy might poke the ball out or just disrupt the play. But for the most part, man, when two people are on a streak and you throw that ball one-on-one, you have somebody rated over 83. From what I've seen in all the footage and what I played at E3, it's going down. Your dude's coming up with the ball. So I didn't manipulate the footage, man. I ran through 2 games of Draft Champions of some footage I had. Anytime the ball went up in the air one-on-one, I decided to edit it and see what happened. And these are the results. I think I might have one clip of here, one clip I saw where the ball was being knocked out or the play was being disrupted. And when that happened, it does look good. Now, these are not all the pass plays that happened. There were some great looking pass plays in this game, but we're talking about the aggressive catch, one-on-ones, going straight up, jump ball with the receiver. Now, this will be another debate. People will say, well, you could just adjust the sliders or EA Sports could patch it. One, I don't think EA is going to really acknowledge that it's overpowered. Two, I'm not sure if sliders would fix this because sliders aren't going to fix the animations that trigger. And I think that's where the problem is. It's not the fact that they're just catching balls that they shouldn't be catching. It's the fact that you press the button and they go into an animation to put themselves in great position to catch the ball. So if you turn that down, you're going to have people dropping passes that they've put themselves in great position to catch. I think the problem with aggressive catching is probably more baked into the core of the game than something that could just be adjusted in a slider. All right, I think this is the play, the one good play I really saw between these two games where he threw the ball up. It wasn't necessarily really, yeah, it's a jump ball, and it was, you know what, the play was disrupted. And when it happens, well, even when to be honest, even when the aggressive catch happens, it's not like it looks bad and it's not like it looks unreal. It just looks like we don't see this that much in the NFL, just jump balls and you just straight beasting. Anybody 83 or above in this game is going to have a big event. And if you're tall on top of that, like Vincent Jackson tall, oh man, it's a wrap. But when you know what, when it's broken up, it does look good. Now we got to talk about one more problem in the game, and I don't want to be negative Nancy, but I have never seen this before. When did being down by contact turn into a problem in Madden? Maybe I'm just not experienced enough because I sell the game too fast, but I never remember this being a problem of down by contact. There's times where this game turns into NCAA 16 extremely fast. You throw the ball, and normally it's just when it's a crazy animation, like a reach across your body catch, jump up in the air and fall backwards. Everybody falls down. You're not touched. You can't get up and run. We got new problems. Look, we can't fix the old ones we have. We do not need any new problems in Madden. But yeah, it looks like down by contact is an issue. The two games I watched, it only happened once, but I've seen other footage on YouTube. There's been enough videos to show that there's some animations that trigger that just require you to be down, where you can't get up and run and you haven't been touched. That's something that could be fixed. I'm pretty sure if it wasn't a problem before, they could patch that and make it where you can get up and start running again. But that's something that definitely needs to be addressed. All right, man, get active in the comments. Let me know what you think of the aggressive catch. Let me know what you think of being down by contact. Let me know what you think of Madden 16. This is going to be a discussion we're going to be having quite a bit this year. All right, that's the end of this video. Get active, and I'll get at you guys another time. Peace. Oh, one more thing. Let me go ahead and preempt these comments because I know they've already been typed in, and they are valid comments. Not 100% sure what skill level this was being played on when I watched this footage, and I do not remember what skill level I played on when I played at E3. I do think I think this is pro. This is just my guess. Watching somebody play Draft Champions against the computer, the easy time they had just throwing the ball up there, I think this is pro, and I do think that this does contribute to some of the probability of that, and those aggressive catch animations triggering. So yeah, hopefully the skill level will help the frequency at which you'll see this aggressive catch be overpowered. Now, I am definitely willing to accept the fact that when you crank it up a bit, it doesn't happen as much. And guess who will be happy about that? Me. It's not like I want to see the game be wrong. So yeah, that might be part of the problem is the skill level, but we will see.